Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. FINOW. FINOW has really been making some amazing watches and doing exquisite packaging as well. They know the holiday season is upon us and they've come up with some great designs. What you're looking at in this box is a Bluetooth calling, Apple size and looking, wrist comfortable smartwatch. It's called the P40. It's the 1.65-inch full touch screen. It totally supports Bluetooth calls and, of course, activating Siri or Google or any assistant that you've got programmed in. In addition, you've got all these specs at 220 milliamp hour batteries, so pretty good battery life, 240 by 295 rectangular screen. It's got a speaker, which is a box independent sound cavity speaker. Gonna have to check that puppy out. Heart rate, blood oxygen, blood pressure, I'm pretty sure. Bluetooth 4, aluminum alloy shell, and using the Layfun app for tethering. Okay, in terms of specs, you've got basic synchronizing for Bluetooth calling with your phone book. You can play your Bluetooth music through the watch. That means you can have all your music stored on your phone, wear your watch, and listen to it from your watch. And probably podcasts as well, and other things that you send over by Bluetooth. Health data transmitted to the app via Bluetooth, all of that. You've got reminders, of course, dial selection, lots of interesting dials, multi-sport capability, and on and on and on. These are your languages for the app and for the device itself, and here's what we've got. The whole watch is laid out fully in the box. We've got a cover that we can remove, and it looks like there's a screen protector on there as well, which you can have on. Take off another cover over the back. That shows the charging port, the heart rate diode area, a button down here, a knob here that twirls. Inside the box, we've also got a screwdriver. Wow. Ooh, that's got the little prongs on it, probably for removing the bands because they're in there so low. Yeah, there's the little fast quick release clip right there. And you do have replaceable bands on this, but they're really recessed, so that's a good thing to have. USB to a very close 2-pin connector, not the standard ones we've seen. They're really close together. Not too strong, not going to hold the watch, but it does magnetically couple, so just make sure when you lay it down that you're getting it on there really good. And then a tiny little manual with multiple languages, Chinese, English, page 14. Okay. Here we go. User's manual just basically shows you charging and connecting the watch and motion information, your step count, your sleep time, heart rate, workout stuff. There you go. The blood pressure screen, the blood oxygen screens. Oh, you got weather in here. Okay. Messages pushed from your phone, which are readable on the watch. The music control. Other features, stopwatch, sedentary reminders, frequently asked questions. It didn't cover the Bluetooth calling, so I guess we'll have to check that all on our own. All righty, let's charge it up and turn it on. Well, by now, we're pretty much all connoisseurs of these square Apple-sized watches. Some even look just like the original with the round button and the little pillbox button at the bottom. So what's special about this one? Why does this one favor over all the others? Well, we'll explore that as we dive into this one. First of all, there's one of the watch faces. It is set up already tethered to the phone, so it's going through connecting. And now we're there, and let's just see what we've got. If I scroll down, I've got my battery level, do not disturb. I've got the silent mode here. Looks like it's a microphone to activate Siri, but it's not. Vibration mode there, and Bluetooth is on and locked. I can turn it off right there. So that's that way. Coming up, this is where you sync for your phone calling and music playing and such. And I have to do that in order to be able to get that part of it working. Remember, on these devices that incorporate a speaker and a microphone, you have to Bluetooth tether twice, once to the app for all the phone or watch functions, and the second one for your standard Bluetooth tethering like you would with your earbuds if you had a set of earbuds going on. Okay, so we've gone up and down. If I go this direction, I've got pedometer information. There's my step count. It's supposed to be showing me, I think, throughout the day, a bar chart, but of course I haven't walked much, so there's not much to see. Here is the last historical records for heart rate. I've done a couple of them. Same thing for blood pressure. It's showing you in really tiny numbers, 107 over, I don't know, 92 or something like that. It's showing you the numbers newest on the left, I believe, and it zeroes out. So it doesn't show you big digits of your last reading, but it's ready to take another reading. You come over here, you got your sleep monitor information, and it looks like you get some sort of a chart throughout the night. You have deep sleep and light sleep, and that's it. You got those 3, 4 panels. Your watch face, which we can change simply by pressing and holding, and then selecting one of a variety of other ones. Here's one, no animation, but it does have some nice colorful digital ones, and I think we've also got, whoops, I moved over there. We've got some other analog ones, digital ones. There's a really nice digital. There's the Earth. Does that one spin? Nope, it's just stationary. And a few more. We won't go through all of those. Okay, swiping off to the right, you get a calendar. You get your weather, and I've never seen weather like this. It's showing me a date of January 1st, 2020, and I can go forward to January 2nd and 3rd, and it looks like it's giving me historical data in centigrade for Shenzhen, China on specific days back in January. I don't know how to do anything else with this, and it doesn't look like I could set it up in the app. So for what it's worth, I'm showing you what the watch does. And that's it. So we've got weather here, here, and then these panels there. So where's the app drawer? He says you press the button to get back, press it again, and now we're into all of the apps. You don't swipe into them. And we've got quite a few chiclets in here. There's no way that I can see to make the pretty bubble type of a menu on this Apple lookalike watch. It's all going to be in these squares. And right now, it looks like we're too bright. So I'm going to go into our settings and go into our display and change the brightness all the way down to 1. All right, sure, I'll show you what full bright is. That's all the way up. It's completely washed out. It does get really bright, so that's a good thing. So bright that I got to literally be down at the very bottom so as not to wash it out, so you can see here. We can set the system timeout from as little as 5 seconds to 60 seconds on this one, which is good. I can swipe all the way back. And while we're in settings, you've got volume. I got it all set up to the loudest it can go for the demo coming up. 6, 6, and 6. You got different sounds for, you know, your phone calling or texting and such. Your clock settings and the overall Bluetooth settings to tether this thing. So now we're back here. If I go in here, I get my phone dialer pad for making a call. Remember, this is Bluetooth calling as long as you tether the Bluetooth directly like you would the earbuds. Here's your phone logs, messaging. Then you get into blood pressure, which we already saw in that other panel, and heart rate is available coming up. And then blood oxygen has its own little panel too, but it's not available when you swipe. So the only way you can test and see blood oxygen is when you get in here. This is the weakest link of this thing. This is the fitness section. And woe is me, it is really lame. I got to be honest with you. Here we go. I'm starting. It's going to give you step count, heart rate, and calories burned over time. That's okay. A lot of them do that, and that's the best you can do without a GPS. But normally when you stop it, it saves it, and then you can transfer it to the phone. But I've done a couple of these, and when I save it, how do I save it? Okay, nothing happens here, so I have to press the button. And if I exit, it saved it, and there it is. It shows running, and then there's other events that I could go into. I did a cycling. Actually, why it says 2 seconds is I did an 1.5-hour cycling one, and then I left it, and then I came back, and I thought, if I touch it, I'll go back in, and oh no, it's starting up again. Oh no. And sure enough, it started up. It wiped out the previous record, and now it's doing another cycling one, which is only giving me heart rate and calories. The only way out of it is to hit stop, and now I see cycling with 10 seconds. So what you see on the screen is the time duration of the most recent event that you did, and I have not found a summary anywhere. These are just the different activities. So useless is an understatement for using this thing. If you actually think you're going to get a run in, you can forget it, because when it's over, all you could do is glance at it. It's going to show you your current heart rate, not a cumulative heart rate, your total calories burned, and your total time, and your total number of steps. But they're lost, like I said, as soon as you exit out of it. All that's gone. All you have left is the time. Yeah, not happy. Last night's sleep time information, we saw the panel on that. There's the remote music player. There's your phone call logs of your calls that you've placed or have come in. And all that's moved over from your watch, from your phone to the watch, like it always is in Bluetooth calling. You've got that little bitty calendar there, but you can't go any deeper into it. It's just a monthly calendar for review. You got a stopwatch, which is okay, but you can't really leave it. Oh, hey, we left it. Well, let's see if it's still running. Hey, it's running. Well, now that's nice. A lot of watches, once you leave them, they're not going to run in the background. This one seems to be. So we're going to leave it there for a minute. We just went into settings. Here's sedentary reminders if you want. Here's your remote capture with Android or iOS is what it's saying. There's that silly weather thing. I'm still stuck in Shenzhen and no way to change it. You've got alarms, find your phone, messages, Facebook is in here when you're all tethered up properly with that. This thing is the QR code to scan for the proper app. Now, I'm really leaving it here because you may want to scan it. You're going to get a bunch of Chinese, but if you pick the one that says either iOS or Google, you'll be able to see which of the Layfun apps you're going to need, because there are two, and it's not clear in the manual. I'll show you that in a second. We've got a calculator in here as well, which is a decent-sized digits. Kind of nice to have. Not many watches have calculators these days. We've got your pedometer information again. There's phone call directly, I guess. Here is your heart rate. Now, they're all scattered around. You saw how blood pressure and blood oxygen and heart rate are now in different places and you can't push and hold and move these around. So personally, I'm not really thrilled with the layout in here, all being on one screen, not being grouped in phones and health and other things. But it is as it is. Here's the Bluetooth tethering. I'm tethered to my phone. We're going to see that in a second. Here's the warning if you're not tethered, and I guess I am. And then here's the Siri thing, which is how I'm going to demonstrate the audio for you in just a moment. And that is the watch. Let me pull over the phone and show you the app. So when you go in and put in Layfun in the Google Play Store, you're going to come up with a whole list of apps, and there's two of them in here, Layfun Health and Layfun Wear. It turns out Layfun Wear is the one that you're going to want to install, which I already have installed. And we open it, and it's going to activate it, bring it up here. It's in that reverse video, so I'm getting all kinds of reflections on here, unfortunately. And this is the home screen that gets you started. There's no login on this, so none of the data is going to be saved to the cloud if you want to look at it later. And if you change phones or delete the app, it's all gone, as far as I can tell. So I've got my step count. I can pull it down to refresh it. It tethers it back. It updates it. I've got it in feet, steps, and calories burned, and that's different, not in miles. Steps and sleep time and heart rate and energy, which is your calories burned, and blood pressure are shown on this screen. But, oh, there we go. Okay, I guess I can go into it. I can start remotely doing a heart rate, and it shows you the last one, or the ones that I've done so far. Oh, bailed out of the app completely. Wow, how do I get back? That's my back button. I guess I go back to health. I'm in health. I go back to sport. This is crazy. This app is definitely not well thought out, honestly. There's this whole sports section here. If you activate it, you're doing sports from the phone, not from the watch. And I don't believe they're tied. Why did it do that? I don't believe they're tied in together as most apps are. Okay, let's touch on the heart rate. There we go. It wants access. Wow. All right. Anyway, you see where we're going with this. I can come back here. Message push. Synchronize weather. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's what needs to happen. We'll see if that updates it. Synchronize all data. All right, let's do that. It's showing that thing going off there. And if we're lucky, we're getting it all synchronized on here. But I'm still stuck in the heart rate, and I can change days, but I don't know how to get back to the main page. This is how you can export things. Sport. Okay, here's one that's showing trends. All right, now we're at least getting something. We've got some charts starting to grow here. Steps, mileage, and calories burned. Last night's sleep time. There's a dot for heart rate. There's a dot for blood pressure, and all of these charts are available. And then there's your personal information and my device, which isn't really where you can do a lot of changes and things to the parameters like you'd expect. Target setting is just your basic step target. So the app is like a very beginning app. It doesn't have a lot of depth to it. I haven't been able to see how to turn on the twist your wrist to change, to brighten the screen, or to set it up so that you could do it so it doesn't light up during the night. None of that's there in any of these overall settings. And when I go back to health, I'm kind of stuck in the last thing that I was in without a way back. Okay. Find the watch. Play the button. Oh, there, you can hear it. You hear it? That's full volume, gang. So I think now is about the time to demonstrate the picture to you. The sound and how it comes out from the watch. Temperature is 95. Wow. Don't know where that is, but okay, we've got 95 degrees somewhere. Yeah. Let's head over here to our Siri, which of course I'm using Google on this one, and I'm going to press the button and it brings it up. Now to activate it, I need to press and hold for Siri. Tell me something about Miami, Florida. And it's processing that.
I'm here to do cool tasks for you. They're kind of like tricks. Let me show you. Do you want me to help you pick something? Or should I just surprise you?
Surprise me.
Okay, try this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. What can I say? If this thing had a big, bright, brilliant sound to it and really worked well as a watch or assistant activator, that alone would be a great reason for getting it. The watch bands are removable, you see that, but you got to really get in there with that little tool to take it out. I don't know, maybe it's saying the watch is too hot, temperature 96 degrees. Yeah, can you see that? Okay. Not sold on this one, honestly. I'm really a bit disappointed if FINOW put something like this out with the app the way it is and with the watch But it's a nice design. It's got the nice brushed side to it, and of course the button. Oh, by the way, the button does not activate when you twirl it. I mean, we've seen so many cool Apple style looking watches now that I feel like I've stepped back a couple of years in first generation. But it is as it is, and let me tell you, if you like it, it's yours. FINOW P40 is available, like all the other ones, from their AliExpress store. We'll have a link for you in the show notes. It'll take you right to this buying page, and we encourage you to use our link because that way they know you saw our review over here as a precursor to buying it. I can say the price is really good for a Bluetooth calling an activation Siri type of a watch. It has some good things going for it, as long as you don't need to do fitness. Anyway, there you go, the P40. Thanks for watching, you guys, and putting up with me. We'll see you again soon.